Uh-oh, uh-oh. I mean, it's stripping it, look at that. This is where it's at. Dang, that's what I'm talking about. These are the pipes everybody's been wanting to know about. Look at that, they are stuffed. Okay, here we go. First wire stripping in the new shop. Now we are not all the way set up. I kind of got this rigged up here, and we're gonna see how it goes. I got my snippers right here. That's temporary. This whole plate is now temporary. The wiring is temporary. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put the cover on that, but I have it kind of rigged with just a plug, and I'm just gonna jerk it down if anything happens, or hopefully just use this. Still need to tighten that up real quick. I've rotated the table slightly, so we have somewhat a path. I got the jaw set up. We're just gonna munch down through half of this pile here, and then work on that pile, then that pile, and then a little bit left in there and the little stragglers. And I'm gonna get both machines kind of set up for one size. It's a lot of the same size, and I'm just gonna cut it as fast as I can, feed it through both machines as fast as I possibly can, within reason and being safe, because you know how we're all about safety over here. But we're gonna test out the Hurst shifter, see how that's doing. And while I like to kind of get things working and then run it, see what I like about it, what I don't like about it, see what we're gonna change or whatnot. I did bolt it down. I got 3 Tapcons in the back holding this thing down. It is rock solid to the table. This one's pretty rock solid to the table. Wait till you see what's about to happen right here. It's gonna be pretty cool. And we're gonna get this thing dialed in and start running it. Okay, I'm gonna have to cut in here for a second and apologize to you guys. I had one of my SIM cards, probably one of the first ones I've ever had, got corrupted or went bad or whatever, but I lost the majority of the footage, basically some of the middle and all of the end pretty much. But I do have a lot of footage that I had on another card because I was shooting this on 2 cameras. And I'll show the footage that I got, but what I'm gonna do is just go over the machines, how they ran, what I liked about this, what I didn't like, and then I'll give you a shop update because we're moving right along over here. So this thing here worked awesome. Actually, it worked better than I thought with the spring than actually having the weight. So this thing is going to get a lot more upgrades here, so stay tuned for that. This thing here worked pretty good, very slow compared to this, and since it's only single roller, it doesn't peel the insulation like this one. Nothing compares to this kind of stripper in my opinion. But stay tuned for what I'm going to do to this thing. This thing is going to get some major upgrades, and we did have a problem here. And 100% it's because I mounted it sideways. Basically, there's a pin that fell out from right here. I know it's probably hard to see, but basically it let a washer move and a keyway come out, which is all down in here. I just need to put it back in and get it dialed, and then probably just a zip tie on there to keep that from happening. The motor, the gearbox here did not leak oil. I thought that was going to be an issue. I ran this thing all day and did pretty good. I mean, other than making a lot of needles, this thing cut, you know. I mean, if I have an issue where I got to take this thing down, I could still strip wire with this. And you know, as you can see, we put it to use, man. We did pretty good. So let me just give you a little quick shop tour and update, let you know what's going on. Now, everything in here is not where it's going to be. It's just in here. I had to empty out my other storage. They were taking so long to finish in here and whatnot in the office. It was coming up on another month, and I just kind of brought everything on over here so I didn't have to pay another month, and I'll sort it out kind of as I go. But I got temporary shelving. Probably not going to be there like that. Maybe 1 tier. I don't know about 2 of them. I still want to be able to bring my trailers in and either just park them or work on them or whatever. So pretty much all this is not going to be here. Got my parts cleaner over here. So I put up the plastic because of the copper pipes that I was cutting. It was just dusting everything out, keep the dust out of the office and the stock room. I've got the rotator for the forklift, the big 4x4 floor scale, some insulation. This stuff was already in here, kind of. This, if anyone knows what this is my original cart. I actually built this from some scrap that was a stainless refrigerator from Arby's. One of my guys pushed it to the shop one day, and I kind of made a little workbench out of it. And if you see this here, this is how I started YouTube. I put my iPhone up here and shoot straight down on whatever project I was working. This is my Shopsmith woodworking machine. This thing is actually pretty cool. It's a wood lathe, a line borer, a drill, like a drill press, a bandsaw, a table saw, a planer and a joiner. Pretty much anything that has to do with wood, this thing will do. And this thing flips up and does all kinds of crazy stuff. This one here is actually from like the late 70s. I have all the original paperwork and everything on this thing. And they still make them today. They're like $4 or $5 grand for these things. And then over here, now I've never even seen one of these until I bought this for 120 bucks with all the stuff I got with it. And then this was given to me from someone else. This is an even older one. And apparently all the stuff is like, to this day, still interchangeable, you know? So I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep both of them, or I might set that one up and then set this one up as a drill press. I don't know yet, but they're pretty cool. Got my tire balancer. These are the pipes everybody's been wanting to know about. Look at that, they are stuffed. They may not look as high as that one, but let me tell you something. This is gonna be close to the second load. The first load was like 800 pounds. And the second load was over 2,000 pounds. I'm gonna say this is about 1,500 maybe. Between 1,500 and 1,800. Got a bunch of processed aluminum, all this aluminum. Wait till you see that video. Actually, it's gonna be part of that video. Got some wire over there, whatnot. And then over here, got the granulator, got the beaver pipe threading machine. I actually had this set up on the 10-foot table. I made little jaws, but the welds didn't take, because I guess this is cast. These jaws are cast, and the mild steel didn't want to weld to it. I was actually, because this thing comes off, I was actually spinning that pipe. But this thing, it spun at a speed that was, if it was slower, it would have worked, and if it was faster, if it would have worked. But it was just too slow, too much to deal with. And then I just went back to what I was doing. What I was doing was by far the easiest, simplest. Anybody could do it with a Sawzall and you know, a grinder. And the 10-foot table definitely helped. I mean, once you go 10x4 table, man, it's hard to go to, like, I wouldn't want to take that plate off and go back to the way that table was, about 7x3 or whatever that was. And on the aluminum fins there, or reflectors, the 10-foot table worked out amazing. Over here we got a little mini drill press, the big drill press. We got the mill. I got a rewound motor for this thing. Got the lathe over here. Got my tire machine, my Ingersoll Rand, TS10 4-cylinder intercooled self-purging air compressor, 7.5 horse. That thing's a beast. I actually need to change the motor on it because that's 3-phase. It's only single phase in here. Over here, we got an absolute mess. Got the Mad She in here, 100 horsepower Banshee, 421 stroker motor in there. This is part of that woodworking thing. This here is actually pretty cool. You see all the dust? That's why I put this up. This was a safety deposit box. I got a whole bunch of safes and safety deposit box from the bank. Look at that. And I don't even know what's in here. Solenoids, or relay switches. What else we got? 80 bucks? Nope, 220. What do we got here? Oh snap, welding stuff. It's my Lincoln welder. Bits, my torches. Wow. Oh, that's the regulator. Oh, that's the regulator if I want to run gas on my flux core one. But I thought that was perfect for parts and whatnot. I have the second set of tiers for this. I cut them in half for whatever reason for another place I was at, but I'm actually gonna bolt them back on to go all the way up, and I'll go. I have all these boxes, half of them I have no idea what they were, or you know, because a lot of this stuff's been in storage for 2 years and I've added to it over 2 years. So the stuff I originally put in there was more stuff added to it. So I have to go through all this stuff, find a spot for it. It's definitely going to condense down once I get the regular shelves in here and actually go through these boxes and see where it is. It's not going to look so crazy. I got lots of hardware to go through, and you know, a lot of stock I got to round up. This 4-foot cylinder here, actually I think it's almost 5 foot, but I was going to set that up on the table to push them pipes through a bunch of jigs, but by the time I would have made some custom jigs, I would have had to make 3 different jigs. I would have had to plumb the hydraulics, get the valves. I got a pump. By the time I did all that, I would have been halfway or 3/4 of the way done cutting them pipes the way I did it. It really only took about, I'd say, 3 days cutting them up, you know, over the time that I did it. A couple half days, and then we did a full-on day, maybe 4 days. But, you know, it would have taken me a day or 2 just to set that up, you know, for a job where I'll never probably see those pipes again. I haven't seen them in 10 years. It's the first time I ever come across. I'll probably never come across that many of them. That was a special deal. And, you know, so it is what it is. So we got a whole bunch of tools. Got my industrial 110 wire reels, you know, for hanging the extension cord. Got a 220 cord. And then over here is just an absolute mess. I set up these shelves temporarily and just started slinging stuff in here to get it out of my storage. So I got to go through all this stuff. Pretty much when I'm done, none of this stuff is going to be in here. I got enough shelving to wrap that hole out there. But I got some cool stuff in here. I found a hole. There's the motor for the forklift. Brand new rebuilt motor. It's my welder. I got some nice aluminum I-beams up here and some crazy triangle extruded I got years ago. I actually used to use those for like temporary tables and stuff. And then I found these. Look at this. So I don't know what these are, but I assume they have something to do with electrical, because this looks like a giant electrical crimp. I pulled that off. It looks like dielectric grease in there. So that looks like a connection for, looks like 750 MCM or something. And then I had a bunch of these, and I'm like, what the heck is this? And I remember I don't know where I got them, but I remember I kept them because I want to bolt them to the wall, you know, so I can hang some cords on, or, you know, whatnot, or, you know, some hoses. And then I found, where'd it go? I found this one, and I have really no idea what these are for, but they are very odd shaped, you know, very odd shaped. So yeah, you know, so we got like wall dildos or whatever you want to call them. But yeah, that'll be good for something. We'll figure it out. I got to go through all this stuff. There's the original foot pedal for the transformer press, you know. Got a lot of stuff in here. I don't even know what's in half of these boxes. But I did find a bunch of cool stuff moving this stuff. So, let me shut this light off. I'll be leaving this light on for days. Anyway, yeah, it's coming along. I got enough wood and enough of these to where when I get the rest of these shelves up, I'm going to come probably across the top here with a shelf all the way around. You know, this is going to be, I got a lot of hardware and a lot of stock and a lot of projects, hence the name Project Shop. So we're going to set the shelves up for each project, you know, all the bits and parts for that I've been collecting for each individual projects. Look at these. Look at them power transfers, gear reductions, and yeah, wait till you see what we're going to do with those. You know, we're going to have a good time in here, man. We're going to build all kinds of stuff. As soon as I get this up and running, this is going to be a game changer, man. We're going to start doing things in here no one else is doing, and I'm going to show you all kinds of cool things, and I'm going to build. my own wire stripper. The baddest wire stripper on the planet. And when I tell you they're gonna be next level, this thing isn't even, wait till you see all the mods I'm gonna put on this. You know, and it's little simple things that are gonna make this thing run way smoother and just be more efficient and faster. I mean, this thing's gonna be fast, dude. You think I strip wire fast now? Wait till you see what I'm gonna do with this thing, you know? And then the granulator, here's the deal. This thing here is going over here. And this is getting rotated sideways. That wall is gonna come this way a little bit. Back in the day, when I worked by myself, I actually rotated this sideways, and I would run that press and this press at the same time, you know? So we're gonna turn it sideways, leave enough room for 2 people to operate it, but there's gonna be a bank of shredders, granulators, and possibly a small hammer mill over here to do various things. There's gonna be all kinds of cool things going. And then right above over here is gonna be the hydrocyclone and the start of the water sluices and the separators. And I'm gonna, like I said, this wall is gonna be moved back a little bit. And then basically from here, and then maybe down a little bit here, is gonna be occupied with the sluices. And you know, it's all gonna be up in here. And then it's all gonna come back around and probably get ejected down under here somewhere, you know, the final product and final waste. And then underneath the table, you know, it's pretty much all open under there. That's why I said in past videos, I need to cut these legs off and lower this thing. And you know, because there's going to be hydraulic pumps under this side for what's going to go on over here. The 55-ton Ramco, wait till you see what I have for that. This thing's going to need some serious reinforcement for what I'm about to do to it. And then over here, it's going to be the water tanks for the water sluice and whatnot. Going to be pretty incredible. And we're going to build the water sluice as much as we can out of that plexiglass that I got from the hockey arena. Not only the water sluice, like the long sluices, they're not going to be as long as the other ones, but even the catch containers that I had, if you've seen my older sluice videos with the Home Depot buckets, I'm going to make those out of the clear acrylic so you can actually see the stuff settling and whatnot. It's going to be pretty cool. I just need to finish getting the rest of my stuff out of the other storage where the 350 horsepower 3-phase generator is, and I have some more racks over there. And then once that's done, I have everything here. I can kind of wrap my brain around where everything's going to go. I'm going to have this type of shelving. I have enough heavy duty supports here and outside and over at the other place to basically run that wall all the way down above the machines. Like, I'm probably just going to do the top deck, put the mill under one, the lathe under another, and then we're going to come off it this way out to here, you know, and then this won't be here, and we'll figure it out. You know, it's a work in progress. So, oh, let me show you the office that took them like a month to fix. Ain't much going on in here. Basically, just use it as a break room right now. Got a refrigerator, a microwave, which I don't use. I went out and bought a little toaster oven, and I got the cart here for the GoPro stuff and whatnot. And we found this, or my landlord got this furniture from a clean out that he did. This is all temporary. What I'd like to do in here is build like a custom desk over there out of scrap. You know, I'm thinking maybe aluminum diamond plate and then put a piece of that plexiglass on top of it. I don't know, just throwing it out there. I'm open to any suggestions with the whole shop, really. You know, you guys got any suggestions on what I should do? Or tell me what you think. And you know, let's keep the AC cold in here. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you what footage I do have left. Leave a comment, tell me what you think, and I'll be back at the end of the video to show you. I have the paperwork at least. I had video of the ending, the scrap yard, everything. it all got lost. But here we are. At least I can show you something. I hope you enjoy. Okay, here we go. I got Oliver here cutting the pile in half with the jaw. It's going pretty good. Got it up here on the tool balancer. I was sitting down in the office chair. He said he didn't want to fall asleep sitting down. So we got all this. We're going to run through all this big stuff first and work our way down to the smaller stuff. See how it goes. So right now we're going to start with this big old mess. And start with oh, I did cut a shorter piece. Let's start with the new machine. Nice. Open it up. Oh, already got an issue. We got a conflict. Hold on. I can already see that being a problem. First issue already. Oh. I thought I had a smaller piece of diamond plate. Aha. How's that? Yeah, I knew I should have rerouted that wire. Dag. I'll have to put it right here. See what that does. Well, that thing sounds crazy when you first start it up. Nothing. Half a turn. Making some marks. Let's go half a turn. I'm seeing copper now. Oh. Let's go a quarter turn. Give it a little bit more. I might have to put a couple lines on here or something. Like a lot of needles. Yeah, we might have to definitely work on that, because that is going to cut through all of that before coming off somewhat. It is making needles though. I think if it focused, I don't know why they have so many blades. Yeah, I had to make a box. I got nothing to hold the copper. It's gonna be a lot of copper. So, there you go. All right, let's see what we got here. Let's see if it does better with some of this smaller stuff. Okay. Guess we can only go in that hole. I mean, it's stripping it. Look at that. Let's see. Problem is, it's cutting it so many times. Like, why did they feel the need that they had to make 4 cuts or 3 cuts on some of this stuff? Someone in the comments was right, man. This is a needle maker. This is 350. So this ain't even that big of a stuff. Oh yeah, there's no comparison, man. No comparison. This is where it's at. Dang, that's what I'm talking about. Let's see how the Hurst shifter's working. Bam! Oh, we neutral dropping it. Dag! Oh, she's humming along, man. That's what I'm talking about. Horsepower. 3 horse. It's a horse and a half. I'm not discouraged with this thing. I like this, but it definitely needs some fine tuning. Okay. Are we done with that 350? I'm gonna get on that size because it looks like he's got a lot of that. Let's see. Let's see where we're at. Oh, it's like this one. Let's come down a little bit. Probably drop this one all the way down. Give that a little bit more pressure. Let's come down on this. Probably give that a little more pressure. I got an idea to make this a little quicker too. Alright. Looks like man, I love the bigger table here. What do we got? Stuff sticking already. Yeah, this is sketchy. Don't worry, this isn't permanent. But you know, it's trial and error. We got to work out the kinks, and the electrical is part of the kinks we're working out. But we're getting overrun with copper over here, so we got to get to work. Got to make some money. Go all the way down. All the way down. Uh-oh. Hearing chatter, and that thing is way off. Need to tighten up that screw. Let's see. Give it some more pressure. There it is. There it was. That'll do. I don't know, man. Maybe we should try that hole. Let's just try it. Woo! That's the hole. dial back on that a little bit and jack that up. And our rollers are way off. Are we still set up over here? Huh. I mean, it stripped it. Just feed it in there. Feed this one. Oh. What do we have? A different size? What's going on here? Dang, I was stripping this. Am I set up for that? Yep. Alright. So this machine's set up for this. And this machine over here is set up for this. Alright. Just keep feeding that in there. That's a bigger size. Dude's gonna have a hard time keeping up with this shit. Especially since this second one is not peeling it like this one. I mean, it's cutting it. But it's definitely needling that up. All right, where are we at here? Let's see. A multi-size here. Oh, you think you're catching up, huh? Oh, look at the craziness. Yeah, you know what? There's your problem. Maybe not. Give that backside a little more juice. It's been a while since I ran this machine. Got to get back into it. Nice, nice, nice. Oh, look at the needles. Messed up my paint job. Bigger. Oh yeah, it's from this one, that's why. Okay. Bam. See our wire. Now we're way off. So our bolt's coming out. Yeah, okay. Okay. So the battery died, and I did a couple mods. First of all, I tightened that up and centered that. I centered that and tightened that up. So now we got the blade centered. And I also tightened that bolt up because it was loose. And then I actually loosened this bolt because it was kind of tight. Now we're neutral dropping with ease. So let's go ahead and start this thing up. Let's see. Loosen up on that a little bit now that we're centered on there. Oh, there's the problem. That's why this nut always gets pushed all the way down. Up on this side a little bit. All right, this is where might have a knob right here. Tighten that spring up. We're gonna put 2 springs on there. All right. Looks like we need to go back tight on this one. I wonder what the problem there was. Almost. So definitely backside's not cutting. Come down. Give it more pressure. Oh, there it is. There it was. So I already immediately think I figured out what the problem with this is. It doesn't have a spring. I think it needs springs in there. Let that go up and down just a little bit over top of that copper without digging into it. It's too solid. That's the problem. So we need to loosen it up a little bit. Oh, that could be dangerous. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, that definitely needs to go faster. Cutting it though. Can't say it ain't cutting it. Maybe it'll like smaller size. Let's see what we got. See, this is where you can dial in the machine. Ready? Alright. Need to come up on this one. Actually come down a little bit on that. Come up a little bit on this. And keep that there. Keep that tight. Neutral drop it. Bang! What do we got? Still ain't cutting the bottom. Now watch, he's gonna fall out. Yeah, this is that weird size where I welded up that thing because I didn't want to do it. Let's see. Oh man. See, this is why we need reverse. It's going. Oh, it's sucking it through. Oh, sucked it through anyway. Bam. Oh, here we go. There's the problem. Oh, we're still running over here. Shit. Might as well keep the party going. Yeah, I guess it's tough. See, that's kind of why you don't want to go 80% of hole. And I have something that I'm going to do that's going to stop that from happening. Figure that out. So there's some crazy sunsets out here sometime. Anyway, here's another little update for you. So I finally got everything. Yesterday I finally got the rest of the racks, and today I finally went and picked up the 3-phase converter that I was stuck behind a bunch of equipment I couldn't get out. But I got a whole trailer full of heavy duty industrial racks, brand new beams for the top. Wait to see how I'm gonna put these up. Got the old Merc here doing the old Carolina squat, blue hydraulic hose on this thing. I haven't had time to jack it up and see which one and get a new one. Some more racks, got 2 trailers here. Now, even with my car there, if these racks weren't here, or if I took my car out of there, I could put 2 more trailers in here, which we got the box trailer, and we just got a dump trailer, and my landlord got a whole bunch of other trailers. But anyway, we could fit 2 more trailers and then park, you know, vehicles out here. I mean, compared to what else is going on out here with all the vehicles, I got like the cleanest spot over here. So this trailer here is full. Need to take it to the dump. Got all the insulation and then all the fiberglass things there. Might cost $100 to dump this, if that. And then I got a whole bunch of steel on the backside. See that? So the racks, all that will be getting put up in here. I pretty much already mapped out how they're going to go. I'm going to use 100% of them in here and gain a lot of space, because right now we're getting overrun with stuff. None of this stuff really is going to be is where it's at. You know, this stuff, I just got this for free today. We're going to go through this. It looks in pretty good condition. Still got the plastic thing. So that'll be one of the things that's going to be for sale. This is my thinking. This shelving unit here, I'm going to put down there because the filing cabinets are going inside. I'm going to put big racks up over here and that thing down there, and have the rack shelving here. And everything that'll be over here will be for sale. We're going to make videos on it, fix the stuff, sell it. Buy and sell stuff, get stuff for free. I get stuff like this for free all the time. Half the time I don't take it because I don't even know what to do with it. This is what I picked up today, my 50 horsepower 3-phase generator. Now I can't even run this thing in here because this thing requires like 115 amps or something. I only got 100 amp service. That's for sale. This is for sale. It's brand new. It's probably $6,000 worth of phase generator right here. Got the rotator. It's a pallet that had that transformer. That's actually for this. Don't worry, I'm not going to scratch it. I got insulation in between. Got the rotator for the forklift clamp. Got my cart. Check this out. This is the first vise that I've ever seen that went backwards. I was going to kind of scrap this, but I'm actually, I plugged it in. The light came on, the Bluetooth came back on, like it was just waiting to get back to work. So I'm actually going to make this a dedicated scrap cart. All the tools on here, everything is going to be dedicated to scrapping, and then my other toolbox over there is pretty much all my automotive stuff and whatnot. We got the big old discs, man. Whew, let me tell you something. There's some big boys in there. Wait till you see what I'm going to do with them. My big old 4x4 scale. I put all that plexiglass and whatnot over there. This is all scrap. You know, we always got transformers on deck. Got a generator, a bunch of extruded. Pretty much, this is all wire. This whole thing, I actually built this thing and I was gonna cut everything to this height. And I was like, let me leave that thing, and I immediately overflowed it with scrap. Got some big old things here. I got the Oberg oil filter press set up back there. You can't see it behind all the scrap, and the 55-ton Ramco with the hydraulic reservoir. That is the parts washer. A stainless table I need to put wheels on. I like that little thing. I'm gonna actually have that shelf there either that way or turn it sideways and then put a bigger rack above it. 10-foot tables pretty much stays right here. And look at this, with all this stuff in here, I'll still walk all the way around this thing. This 10-foot table is amazing. Definitely helped out with the pipes, took a little damage, no problem there. And with those, what's on that trailer, all those stupid lights. So yeah, 10-foot table, definitely a plus. If you can get one, definitely recommend it. We were doing some sketchy shit with the boom lift here. I put a 5-foot extension out there and 250-pound stainless steel discs. 300 pounds of counterbalance wasn't enough, so I had to add another 120 pounds back here to feel safe about what I was doing. And then over here, check this out. Dag, look at all them shafts. Look at that big old plate, 1-inch thick, and then 5/8 inch thick. Look at this 1-inch plate. And then I got these, right? So I was gonna add to this, but I think I'm just gonna leave that alone and build my own. Right from that one, you know, cause this is 1-inch plate. So I'm gonna have it, instead of 3 inches, I'll probably have it 6 inches deep or 8 inches deep or whatever the width of that is, you know? And then all the internal shit that's in here, I'm just gonna replicate, but I'm gonna do it different. And I can make all these, I can make these universals, right? Make the shafts, I got everything I need. The only thing I don't have is a motor and some couplers. I have tons of these. And I'll just get a, you know, like a 2 or 3 horsepower motor or whatever the couplers that I got, the gear reductions, whatever the ones I got, or they're actually bigger than this. So I'm gonna, like I said, I told you, I'm gonna be making my own wire stripper. There we go. I paid 470 bucks for this at the scrap yard, mainly because it was stainless and high dollar extruded. And there was 500 something pounds here, or close to 500 pounds. But we have, let me see here. Yeah, there's another rod down there. I think that rod there, let me see. I think that one, nice, is the size of the shaft they're using there. Actually, my rod might be a little bit bigger. Anyway, yeah, so we're gonna make our own wire stripper. I got the 1-inch plate, plenty of it. I could probably make 2 if I do it right, maybe 3 out of all this. And the shaft, because these right here are about 2-inch, right? So I'm gonna make my own out of this big old shaft here. Look at that. Anyway, that's heavy. You know, I'll make my own. I got this 5/8 plate here. This little one I got. I could do my own face. Bam, look at that. Ha. And then that whole sheet, there's just a little cutout in it, but it's pretty much as wide as that. Down, there's a little cutout right there, but it's like still a foot wide. So I can have that, a big old aluminum plate, instead of it being like this. I'll make the whole thing out of aluminum. I don't know. We'll see. I'm open to suggestions, but I pretty much got all the material to make my own. And look at this. I got all the drives. Just put the motor on there, bring this out, and I think these are more powerful than the ones over there. These ones got some big torque, I think. Let me see what we got here. Yeah, ratio 15:1. 1287 torque. I don't know if that's inch pounds or foot pounds, but it's saying 2.61 horsepower input. So 2.5 horsepower input. That machine over there is only a horse and a half. Yeah, it's only a horse and a half. So we're gonna step it up a horse, you know? And you seen that thing there has double, so it's got a through shaft. I can have this on one side and then another machine or setup coming right out the other side. Motor be in the middle, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, or we just bring them both out one side, it don't matter, you know what I'm saying? Actually, I could just run that shaft through and do the other thing. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But you know, we got all this stuff over here. I brought this over here. I don't know where I'm gonna put these yet. Got my tire machines kind of moved around. This here, I wanted to show you guys. a little tight in here now with all these machines. Once I get some shelving up, I'll probably put one of these up on the shelf. But I want to show you how easy it was to turn this into a drill press. It's actually pretty cool. It's like a transformer of the woodworking machines. And this thing is a lot heavier than it looks. Tighten up the nut down there. And then there's a little wrench right here. Oh, there we go. And you can tighten that up, and then you loosen this, and needs a little lube. Probably hasn't been moved in a long time, but there you go. It converted into a drill press, you know, pretty quick. So I'm pretty excited about these and working through them and figuring out all the different functions and whatnot. But that's going to be a different project. You know, the first project, the main project, which is going to be this shelf here, is basically going to be the forklift. So we got all this space out here, just my truck sitting here. This runs and drives, so I can pull this out front if I need to. And then sometimes I park a trailer here. Got the counterbalance out here. Forklift. We're going to pull that right inside that door and take it completely apart. And we're going to bring a sandblaster over here, because one of the things we're going to be doing is welding and fabricating and you know, sandblasting and painting whatever we can. Yeah, so let me know what you think. Like I said, I'm open to suggestions. So definitely open to suggestions on the wire stripper. The only thing I'm going to need to get is like some bearings, some gears. I can make the pins, or I'll probably have to get different pins, hardened pins or whatever. That's no big deal, but I can make this whole thing. Get a block, maybe I'll make my own knob, or you know, I want to start. This looks like it was casted. So one of the things I want to do is get a 3D printer, a 3D router, and a laser engraver. It's this machine, it's called a snap maker. It's all in one. And I could actually 3D print this and then make a mold and melt it in there and whatnot, or make one on the milling machine with this thing right here, or on the lathe, you know what I'm saying? Once we get this running, we can fire this thing up, mill out our own handles, you know what I'm saying? Like this one here. This one's badass. Look at this thing. Someone took the time to actually cut the grooves in here. You know what I'm saying? That's what we'll do. We'll start making some handles. And see these right here? Like these type of knobs? I'll be putting them on my wire stripper. You know what I'm saying? We're going to make it look like the Copper King. You know what I'm saying? It's got to look the part, and it's got to function. So far it's functioned pretty good. This one needs a little work, but we're going to dial that in, play around. Maybe we can just make, for this one, I want to make my own blades back there, see how it works. But yeah, so let me know what you think about the score here, and even we could put it up on this you know, one of these big old angles. I don't know what I'm going to do with them, but they were just on the pallet. Actually, at first I was just kind of peeling off a couple little rods and that plate and the other plate, and the guy, and this is all on a pallet. He goes, why don't you just take the whole pallet? And I was like, you know what, dude, you're right. You talked me into it. So it's one of those impulse buys, but you know what? It's going to be worth it. Wait till you see, you know, if it does what I think it's going to do in my mind, it's going to be awesome. Okay, here's the ticket for that one. We had 1,749 pounds of bright and shiny copper, $4.05 a pound, $7,083.45. Then we had some number 2 copper I brought in as well, 423 pounds, $3.74 a pound, $1,582.02. Not bad, for a total of, bam, $8,665.47. And I paid $5,500, so that was $1,583 left over profit, and then plus $698 for the number 1 insulated. I didn't strip, I just sold off, which left me with $2,281 minus $400 for food, fuel, and labor. Left me with $1,881, and it took me half a day to pick it up, half a day for the first labor, half a day for the second labor, and half a day to sell it off. And here's the other ticket, which was a couple days later. I went down there with a whole bunch of other stuff. See if you can see that. The #1 insulated wire, we had 233 pounds. $2.96 a pound was $689. So that was a nice ticket there for $2,099. Had some batteries and some cast aluminum and whatnot. I think that some of that stuff right there, all of the stuff actually came from the hockey arena. So that's what that was. And yeah, not bad. So sorry about the lost footage, but stay tuned. I promise you I got some really cool videos coming up here soon. I'll tell you where we're going, right to the scrap yard. Dancing. You ever seen your copper dance before?